Welcome, kitties, to another episode of the Saturday Morning Comic Show. And it is a fun house of comics this episode. We have a little guest down here. But we're in the comic room and we're going to have loads of fun. So join us for our Saturday morning comic book show, the Fun House of Comics. Captain Caveman!
Ultimate Adam inside a man.
The mild-mannered janitor.
Could be. Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy.
Hey, what's up, Doc? What's cooking? What's up, Doc?
Welcome, comic book junkies, to another Saturday morning comic book show. We're here at Nighttiger Comics. You'll see comic books from every era, every genre. And I'll try to start out with some Golden Age. I pulled one, and we'll pull another one from the horror box. So here we have Sensation Comics, number 57, September 1947, is it? 46. Harry George Peter cover. Him and Morriston were good friends. They both were activists and supporters of the suffragettes and the feminists of the early 20th century. And they started doing a lot of the cartoons for their magazines. And this ended up working together and creating Wonder Woman. So it's just a great book. Picked this up from my comic shop years ago. Had a big sticker on it right there. I got pretty much most of it off. And that was early in my sticker removing career, so I probably could do better to get more off now. But it's a beautiful book. Cover's completely detached. I went to take the staples out and they just crumbled. But I got it for $100. I thought it was a good deal. And this one's not too easy to get. So that's from the horror box. Let's pull out one more, as Halloween is right around the corner. What do we got here? We got a copy of Magic Comics. I've been trying to collect all the covers with Mandrake on them. I think there's 22 in the first 29 issues. Obviously, this one had a lot of writing, but I got it for cheap, and it's complete. So it's got a nice Charles A. Prescott stamp up there from Baltimore, Michigan. But just a cool black cat cover. Hypnotizing the Black Cat, 1940. So I paid $141 for this. It's missing the centerfold. I can't believe I paid that much. This was back in 2002. That's a lot for me. But I don't think I've seen this issue maybe twice for sale since I bought it in 2001. So number 17, December 1940. So that's two from the horror box. Is it from 1940? I believe it is. So that's two from the horror box. All right, so I got a couple stacks here. Man, I have the stacks building up in the other room for a bunch of videos, and I really need to whittle it down. So let's get going. We got some Batman. This is from 1975, November. I picked that up for $3, and it's a really high-grade copy of that. Probably like an 8.0, 8.5. It's got that British price stamp down here. I talk about books I've been picking up from this shop in town. A bat chiller for the daily death of Terry Tremaine. Sorry, I've been sick. I just read that, actually. It was pretty good. So now I can put it away. Pull this one out to Mylar. Whitman variant with a Two-Face on the cover. from 1979. Len Wein on the story, and Irv Novak on the art. Who does this cover? Garcia Lopez does that cover, man. Great looking Two-Face. So Whitman copy of that. And I thought I read this. Devil in Paradise, November 1970. That's a Kurt Swan cover, right? Cover by Kurt Swan, yeah. Just a cool kind of horror. It's got that skull with all that fumes coming out of it, poisonous. It's a great cover. I don't know. I look at this right here, and I have to say that looks more like either Aparo or an Adams. That doesn't look like Kurt Swan. But what do I know? I'm just some lonely guy in his underwear in his comic room somewhere. So there you go. Devil in Paradise, Justice League, number 84. Man, I need to get more enthusiastic about these, huh? $1. So if you haven't seen the dollar video, 1983 to 1979 to 1983. Check it out. This is an early one. You can see right here. It says big issue. Dollar Comics, 80 pages. Neil Adams cover. Got a 78, I believe. 77. So this is one of those really early Dollar Comics. Martian Manhunter bondage cover, but just great. Look at the Neil Adams faces on that. Beautiful copy too. And then we have Champions of Sports #1. This is from 1973. I didn't even put down who did this cover. The kid who beat Oakland A's, the little racer, the first hurdle, joining the winning two Champion Sports. So first they had Strange Sports, then they have this title. All right. This is just a cool wedding. This is Adam Strange marries Alana. Yay, August 75. This is Ernie Chan cover. But guess who does these heads right here? Neil Adams. It's a mad, mean-looking Hawkman right there. So the wedding of Adam Strange and Alana. Cool for a Valentine's post on Instagram. Number 121. Nice clean white bone copy of that. White bone. Here we have Jerry Robinson, which is a great book. I picked this up at Ollie's. And then over here we have George Perez, the storyteller. And then down here we have a collected Jack Kirby collection, volume 1. I guess this was a monthly book or something. It's black and white. All dedicated to Jack Kirby. I don't know. I found it in a dollar bin. Hey, that's a blank. We can't be looking at blank stuff there. So, 1972, December, Nick Hardy cover. Superboy! Why is Super Baby freeing that killer bear? Super Baby! I'm Super Baby. I always got a kick out of the way they drew the way they made him talk. A great cover. 20 centers. Because you can't see with the glare. Super Baby's new family. Super Baby. Super Baby. This was a fun issue. This is starring David Letterman and Paul Schaefer. Al Mingram cover. Roger Stern on the art. January 84. I remember this month when all the editors were out of town and they did a lot of crazy stuff with different issues. They put go-go checks on this. They're on Late Night with Dave Letterman. I don't know if there was the other issue I'm thinking of, Saturday Night Live, was earlier. But just a cool cover. I used to watch Letterman in the day. I still watch his clips on YouTube. Makes me laugh. The beast hanging upside down. It's Avengers 239. Here we have a DC Giant. This is from 1970. Another Kurt Swan cover. Low grade, but I love these. They're so fun to read. There's so much to read. There's so much history. So June 1970, number 165, Giant. And I'll tell you, it's got that number right there. It tells you the number of the Giant issue. So 71. But this has got a cool back ad. Aurora movie monster kits. Kind of made like a movie poster. So cool ad. Now this is a cool. So as I'm putting these together for you guys, I'm doing research on this stuff. So this is a Jerry Ordway cover, and the crystal ball is actually done by Wayne Boring. No, I got confused with Fred Ray when I was going online and posting stuff, but Wayne Boring does this crystal ball here, and actually this issue has the last Wayne Boring Superman art. Now you know that he is a Golden Age Superman artist. So this is number 1 from April 86, Secret Origins of the Golden Age. So the last Wayne Boring art on Superman actually appears in this issue. And then they actually have a Superman pinup in here that was previously unpublished by Joe Shuster. And there's also an article on it. So cool issue. Probably you can find that in the dollar bin. Secret Origins number 1. This I thought was cool. I thought that was a Kirby cover, but it's not. This is from 72. It's a Bob Oskner cover. It's a great robot cover. Look at that robot right there. It looks Kirby-esque. All new stories. I'm a big fan of Jimmy Olsen. I love the phenomena of Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen. Two supporting characters that had their own run in DC Comics, and it lasted over 100 issues each for both series. Great look, the way they draw the eye coming down. Yeah, I will follow that. It's a great layout. Great robot cover. Love my robot covers. Then this just popped. I guess I had to re-mylar this for your eyes only. He's looking a little haggard over there. What's his name? Roger Moore. I saw this in the theaters. So this is number 1 from 1981. I was a big Bond fan. Went to see a lot of the movies at the theater. What was Moonraker was the big one we saw at the. We had a drive-in theater across the woods from our house. You could climb up our tree behind our house and you could watch the movies. So here we have a nice scary vampire cover. This is Russ Heath. The only thing is Russ Heath, great artist, but you can tell he did not do that guy's face. So that face was done by Larry Lieber. Larry Lieber did the face for this guy. So Larry Lieber, he's a adequate artist, but he's definitely no Russ Heath. Beautiful cover, 1975, number 3 from July. The Vampire Hunters, Planet of the Vampire. What a great title for a book. Why no one has stolen that? And then this one, just this one, this is Tony Artist cover. But I thought it was a cool cover with the purple, kind of robotic again. There are still a few bugs in the system, so you got all these metal bugs. March 88, number 20 from Teen Titans Spotlight. Okay, and up next, number 1 from 1988. Punisher War Journal. Or number 1. Number 2 from December 1988 with a Carl Potts cover. And Jim Lee on the inks. Jim Lee, man, he really transformed this cover into his own artwork. That is a great, great cover. I love it. That'd be great for a number 1. I think that's better than the number 1. Kind of an homage to Superman there, giant skull. Great cover. Up next from 1976, issue 246, Rich Buckler cover with Fire Lord. Few more. We're hitting our 15-minute mark. Here we'll end with this one and then the next one. So this is from 1971. Dick Giordano has 4 reprints in it. The Golden Age Flash, Johnny Quick's in there. I believe it's an unpublished story by the Golden Age Flash right here. Kid Flash, and then a battle with the Reverse Flash. Another Giant, so we got the Giant number 82 up there. Flash 205, May 1971. What did I say? See up, 71. I think I just pressed that spiral out of this cover here. Okay, last one for this one, guys. Then we'll let you on with your Saturday. We're going to do a little horror. Here we have a Louis Dominguez cover. Number 63. I was actually at my LCS looking at purchasing Ghost number 10. This is the same cover. They've changed it. Actually, the other cover looks better. It looks like they did make it closer up and someone did a different rendition. So I wonder if they reprint that story in here. So number 63, April, what is it, 79? 78. I want to pick up that number 10, but it's $10. So every time I put it back. There you go. We'll end it on this. I hope you enjoyed this Saturday morning comic show. Look forward to tomorrow and next week. So, Nighttiger, peace out.